Well, what happened is about 3 or 4 weeks ago, maybe the Alumni Association called, maybe a month ago, they called and told Dad he was the oldest living alumni. And then a couple weeks after that, they said, hey, the Eagle's coming to town. We'd like to get you out to see the cadets. But this is the crew from the family.
That's a good crew.
Yeah.
You could almost run that ship.
And there's just when they first greeted us, there's a couple officers in there, some cadets. That was just sort of the initial greeting party. The CO wasn't there, but the duty officer was there. And
The CO wasn't there?
No, it's his birthday.
How'd they get you on ship? Did you walk up?
Walked up.
And he back down the 6 to 7 steps.
Wow.
You know, the ladder, we call it.
Yeah. I was really surprised.
This was him backing down. We said back down so you can hang on. Get his hats on.
How many cadets in this batch?
There was about 20 that were listening to him tell stories. Okay. Those guys with the red braid are what they call second class. You see the shoulder board's got a little thing. The rest of them that have nothing, they're swap.
I wore this out coat, and then I wore my hat. Everybody was seeing this guy. Everybody in the dock, on the ship and the dock were watching me. I admit, I don't have a prepared speech. I just have lots of stories.
You're always prepared, Ted. Semper Fi. So did anybody have any intelligent questions to ask you, Dad?
Well, yeah, one of them was, what was my favorite story? That gets answered pretty much by it's the people.
That's what he said. And then I interrupted, because it's mostly about him, but I said, now, just so you know, that's a hard question for him, because he's got lots of stories. I said, look this up, go to Google. He's 100 years old, but he's pretty technically savvy. He's got a YouTube channel. What? I said, yeah, go to this. And I said, 98-year-old speaks, look it up, and you'll see lots and lots of stories. And they go, oh, yeah, so probably some of them will, you know. There's a guy who knew of Dad, and he was doing the tour. He said, I want a picture with him. There was an open house for alumni from 9 to 10, okay? And 10 o'clock open to the public. So about 10 o'clock, he's still talking to cadets, and they're going, public's coming, you know, so let's move to the wardroom, which is basically where they eat. So they said, let's go in there, and that's where he talked to the admiral. Dad was concerned that he was going to not have anybody to talk to, but it turned out fine, no problems whatsoever.
And I got to talk to people. I talked a little bit about my career and being an aviator and some of the stations and being in the station, you know, various places. It went pretty fast, as you could imagine. Can't cover 100 years.
No, that's why you have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, I got it.
And even at that, we didn't cover it all.
About how long did I talk to the cadets?
I believe it was about 30 minutes, because we got on at 9:00. We were outside at 9:05. We fooled around out there for probably 5 or 10 minutes, taking pictures and getting ready. And then we went aboard. And then you were talking with them for a little while. Then,
so that was about 30 minutes?
I think you had about 30 minutes with them at least. And you probably had 10 minutes with the superintendent.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Okay.
Well, we were getting off, and there was other people coming up, and they wanted pictures with him because they were other Coast Guard graduates. Oh, I want a picture. So
we didn't even meet them. We don't know their names.
Yeah, it turned out to be just as we had hoped, but not as we expected.
Yeah, a perfect day for Dad, because I got to do the talking. I got to express to Coast Guard people what I think about Coast Guard people. I really like the Coast Guard people. They know that when I get done.
So the video that we're doing, is that for the reunion?
Yeah, it's for my guys. They're having their 60th reunion.
I think the video would be great if you guys can make that happen today. And Dad's already dressed up. He's got a 65er tie on and everything else.
So do you want to do that or you want to eat?
I think we ought to eat.